Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're watching another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen. We got a comment today, so let's see what people got to say. We got Pedro Kemerick, who says, from the episode From To You Someday.
To You Someday was the name of the episode.
You someday, sorry. Said from twice, whoops. The thing is, Yuji was always superhuman, so these things that would kill normal humans just don't work on him. It is very later explained in the series why Yuji was born this way. It is manga only info. I don't know how you guys can hold the anxiety of ending in a cliffhanger and not watching the next episode right after.
Time.
Uh,
Time would be the reason why. We do these things over the course of maybe three days? 3 days a week?
yeah,
Sorry, sometimes I get
we're
thrown off when we have our little work-up days where where something happens and we don't record, and I'm like, so my brain gets out of schedule.
yeah, doing the recording helps pace it out. If I was just watching this alone, yeah, no, I probably would have watched the entire series twice over by now.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I
I know.
have no patience when I'm on my own.
Well, I know some other channels do it where they'll watch a series and then they'll record one episode a day and then they'll release it one every day, that sort of thing.
There's also the people who do the video essays where they watch the entire thing. They get to do that on their own time. They're just like, okay, I just got to make the one video.
Yeah, I don't think I watch those because I'm not so much interested in people's overall thoughts. We've had this discussion before.
That's me.
Yeah, well, we've had this discussion before where I've talked about why we're not pause reactors versus where we just stream reactors. We'll react to the whole thing as it's happening and discuss before and after our thoughts. Versus pause reactors, which don't have an initial discussion. They'll just get into it and then pause and discuss. Well, for one thing, I don't like to break the flow of the show. But another thing is, I've lost myself. I don't.
Broke the flow.
Yeah, I suddenly started thinking about other things. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
Not enough oxygen's getting in my brain. There was the point of a pause reactor will give you all of their thoughts about the entire series of the show in the middle of the show. And I tend to just, they paused. Let me fast forward to the next point where they're actually watching the show again. Because my whole thing is about the reaction to the show, right?
You want to see the brief emotional flash of how they feel about a thing.
Yeah, the whole in the moment. I want to know how they feel in the moment. I don't want you to pause, think about things for a while, figure out where it's going in the middle of an episode. That's not how the episode was made to be watched.
Meanwhile, I want to watch a 40-minute episode of what the implicit meaning of is in the text of a character who goes blind for an entire episode. I want to know this stuff.
Well, that's something.
I want to see completely weird stuff. I want to go into the details. I want to see every interpretation. Because that's what I do.
Well, for me, that's stuff to do between the episodes, right? Not to do it in the middle of an episode. You don't the character's gone blind. Let me pause and research what it means to be blind in a narrative and all the separate meanings of that. No, you do that after. And because you want to experience the flow of the story as it's meant to be.
Well, Theta, that's why I prepared this 3-part essay ahead of time.
That's a napkin.
No, it's Pizza Hut coupon.
Sorry, I have this giant stack of papers next to me, in which I know there somewhere within is a Pizza Hut coupon as well. But
we are in different locations, but we do share the same desk objects.
And the same franchises.
There we go. So, I think the only other thing there is the what's up with Yuji, which I could make a theory, but this show has so many weird, strange, unique things that there's no way I could get it right. There's no predicting that.
I think you could. If you said you could make a theory, what would that theory be?
Alright, my theory is that the reason why Yuji is hanging out with his grandfather and not the rest of his family is that they're all dead because they are actually spirits and they gave birth to something that looked like a human. And so he took them in because he still basically looks like a human baby, but the mother and dad who were spirits are both dead already because they got immediately exorcised.
I don't know. The only reason I disagree with that is that this commenter said superhuman. and they apparently know it's coming because they've given that much away.
Maybe one of them was a spirit and the other one was human, and now he's half spirit, half human. Which means that we're basically right back to Bleach again, right?
I mean, I would agree on the aspect of the grandfather thing. That's clearly gotta be a reason. I mean, I suspect we're gonna see him again at some point.
Yeah, the grandfather apparently was like an asshole nobody liked, which is why he only had Yuji left. But apparently there's just the one nice thing he wanted to do, and that was keep Yuji.
Well, he also gave him that speech in like the first episode where he died.
Yeah, don't waste your life like I did.
Do you think Yuji was superhuman before his grandpa died?
Yes.
Alright, never mind then.
At least that's the impression I had, because he was alive for like a whole episode and still did superhuman things, so. But let's go ahead and talk about the episode from last time, Group Battle 3, where there was not enough battling for you.
Well, not for the character that I wanted.
Yep. We had Miwa is beaten by Maki after understanding her lack of cursed energy. Nobara fights Momo Nishimiya, but just as she is about to win, she is knocked out by a round from Mai's revolver. Maki faces off with her sister as flashbacks reveal the suffering that the twins went through in the Zeni clan's family. Maki left the clan with the goal to become a strong sorcerer and rule the clan one day. Mai stayed and was forced to become a sorcerer against her will in Maki's place, resenting her sister for leaving her. As Mai tries to use her technique to create a bullet out of her cursed energy, Maki catches it with her bare hand, revealing that as a trade-off for having no cursed energy, she has been blessed with superhuman strength, explaining her talent. Having lost their battles, Mai and Nobara are eliminated from the event.
That's the thing! That's the thing, Griff.
The thing?
We've answered our own question in the recap.
She has... But wait, no, Yuji was ID'd as having cursed energy.
No, after he ate the thing, he had cursed energy.
Oh no, before that even. Which is why he could, like, beat up spirits in the first place.
I don't know. It's been so long, I'm gonna have to say I don't know about that one.
It's been a minute, that's fair.
I think this answers all our questions, that Yuji had no cursed energy or whatever, so he was able to get superhuman. And
Yuji is so happy.
Yeah. And then he started swallowing fingers, which gave him additional power on the back of our curse user guy. So he's kind of got the superhuman thing and cursed energy all at the same time.
Right. So, but at least where we are in the story, we are still in the middle of a whole bunch of fights, but it's no longer the school exchange event anymore. It is now just, I guess, internal politics, raw as possible.
Well, Orochimaru wants to pretend to be the Sand King, so Sand Kage, if you will.
That is right. We do, in fact, have this Orochimaru showing up. Jeez, yeah, he even looks like it. But we're gonna have that fight with who was our secondary main character, male lead? What was his name again?
Sorry, I don't have my notepad. Let me see. Oh, sorry, nope, that's my build for Baldur's Gate 3. It's the wrong notepad. Sorry, that's also why there's screens on your recording here. You might have noticed gone full white.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gojo, first year students. Yuji, Megumi.
Megumi. So yeah, we still haven't quite seen their fight yet, so we're amping up for that today, I think.
Well, unless it doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, true, but I think we saw a little bit of it the next time, so, I mean, I'm open for it.
Well, I mean, like, when Orochimaru unleashes his attack on the Hidden Leaf Village, all the other people who didn't get their tuning exams just didn't get to have them, right?
I swear, we're like halfway into probably doing a Naruto watch through at this point, and we could probably just take the shit out of every single episode.
Well, I mean, this is like a combo of all the other shows. It's just like the Megumi, not the Megumi, the Maki Mai thing is basically got the woman that turns into a cat, and the other one who's a captain on the squad, who's really fast. Their thing, I guess, minus the romance angle. That's that Bleach aspect that's taking place here in the tuning exam arc. There's a lot of shit that doesn't have Bleach doesn't have a Chunin exam, right? So you
Yeah.
can't give that example for this stuff. There's what's the other one? There's a My
They do have a
Hero.
tournament or something, don't
Yeah.
they? There's a
Well,
tournament arc.
no, I don't remember one. Not in the first 100 episodes.
I'm sorry, you're blowing my mind. A shonen without a tournament arc? What are they doing?
They're competing against each other out in the open in the real world constantly. when our archer guy shows up, he's just fucking shooting stuff
But
constantly.
they gotta have a bracket. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
No, even when they run into the Seratai and start fighting people, and they just wander into people at random. I guess you could make a bracket around it if you wanted, knowing who's going to run into who and when.
Yeah. All right, then. So, anything else you want to go over before we go ahead and get started? Anything on your mind?
No.
All right, then let's go ahead and do it. But of course, before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as also early access stuff, you can go ahead and check us out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below, join the Discord. Tell us which of the current shonen runs or the past shonen runs this show takes most of its stuff from.
Ah, there it is. Oh, don't tell me he's actually doing the objective.
I don't know, let's look at arrows, which means another person might be attacking him. So Loud from Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, sure is.
No, I mean my volume was still turned way up. So that show I don't having any balance.
Yajiri ni shōryō no chi. Yappa butsuri hōsoku mushi no kidō wa Kamo-san no jutsushiki ka.
同時にもう一種式紙を出せるだろ。出し惜しみされるのはあまり気分が良くないね。
玉剣が仕事中だっつうの。Kamo-sanこそ
Oh, well, that's a Chekhov's gun.
貧血で倒れても助けませんよ。
Yeah. Introduced at the start of the episode, which what makes him win at the end of the episode. We'll have forgotten about it by then, of course.
大好きの御三家らしい術式だな。
心配いらないよ。俺らはすべて。
Gosh, he's literally just standing there just like, why does everyone love blood so much? Why is there focus on the blood?
全員家送電の術式の一つ。影を媒介とした10種の式。
And much like Naruto, we have bloodline techniques.
これが残っていればね。
He's gonna open his eyes and there's gonna be a Sharingan.
こんなパワーあったかこの人。
よく反応したね。気を抜くなよ。
Nope, you're already wrong.
Gosh, I was about to joke like he hardened his blood for the attack or something. It's like, no, that's just literally what's happening.
スピードもパワーもさっきまでとはまるで別人。
血を操るということは形状や運動だけではない。
Yeah, he's the soul guy, but with blood.
脈拍、赤血球量などの血中成分まで自由自在。赤輪躍動。
ドーピングか。
よく気づいた。
The most basic form of cheating.
I mean, I don't think it's cheating in a death match to be doping.
Yeah, that's true. They're not competing in a sport here. This is literally like, hey, what's the most powerful shit you can do?
It's
So I
very
guess it's actually surprising there's not more drug use.
well. It's very much no holds barred.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, given the whole discussion
Yeah.
that we had with Yuji and the principal when Gojo was there about how
Yeah.
far you'd be willing to go and giving my life for this sort of thing, then you got to know that these people are already willing to burn themselves out, except for him. But he's retired.
He specifically sets boundaries and is like, I am leaving at 5 o'clock and you can't stop me. Oh gosh, I love him. But let's see. Yeah, no, everybody is crazy and I love it.
I guess we could anticipate a giant tree.
But still, I didn't expect something like so basic as just like, oh right, blood powers. You could just basically do some ordinary doping and it's fine.
Okay, so Nature Guy is going to attack Orochimaru.
Yeah, that probably checks out.
It's literally all in the opening. They're attacking a giant tree, and
Mhm.
he's the Nature Guy. Also, he's fighting them in there. Eventually, at the end of this, they're going to go play a baseball game together, like this is Twilight. Because that was also in the opening.
Why are we also comparing this to Twilight? Why is that possible?
刀取られちゃったよ。
I'm useless without my
どっ
gimmick.
か行っちゃった。あの人足早いんだもん。
Well, it's more like she didn't get defeated either.
刀のない私は戦力にならないから正しい判断だ。タピオカって言うほど美味しいか？
Should have brought a snack.
メカ丸だ。はい。役立たず三輪です。
眠れ。
Oh.
Remember, she has a crush on Gojo, and Gojo has a crush on her.
Mm-hmm. And now she's gonna be used as bait.
Okay, who could turn into mist?
ああ、寝ちゃった。私ちょっと行ってくる。
え？
呪霊がうろついてる森に放置できないでしょ。
Very good point.
これは
エリアに放つ準一級呪霊。
Oh, so talking guy. He's about to find that thing.
野球では心もとないのでな。うちはまとまりないからの。こいつのしつけに使った匂いと笛じゃ。場合によってはうまく使っていた鳥を殺せ。
使う前に狩られてしまうかもしれませんよ。
安心せい。笛が鳴るまでおとなしくするようしつけてやる。
Alright, yeah, everything has been a plan to kill Yuji again.
Oh, so he wasn't injured. It was just a splash of blood from a thing we had no idea existed.
その後のタイミングで準一級呪霊に襲われたならまず死ぬ。そうさの。 Yeah,
not suspicious at all. Orochimaru.
Alright, let's see what you're about. Oh, already failed.
About 3 feet from the ground.
Hey, it's the boy.
It's the Nature Guy, just like I said. We call him Ric Flair from now on. I guess he'd have to be here. He was blowing bubbles in the opening, too.
Yeah, he's just vibing. Oh, cool. I didn't know we brought the Zamisi vampire along with us, too.
Yeah, I guess his name is Bubbles. Not as good as the My Hero Academia mid-run thing.
ではなぜ私をひいきにする？なぜ嫡男と偽り迎えた？
性質が術式を継いだ男児を産めなかったからよ。
Universes and your weird obsession with power genetics.
I mean, it must not be like all that superhuman, other than like being able to punch sticks apart.
I mean, that is a pretty big push.
Yeah, but I mean, comparing to like Toto,
Mm-hmm.
Gumi had to run away from. These two were just fighting it out.
シンパシーさ。君はゆくゆく御三家を支える人間になる。私は虎杖裕二を殺すつもりだ。
学願寺学長の指示ですか？
いや、私個人の判断だ。
Ah, it's not protecting the ones at the
川
top.
家の人間として正しい判断だと思っている。私は鴨家嫡男として振る舞わねばならない。母様のために。
I don't know, Hershey's kind of a slut.
君と私は同類だ。
違います。急に怖いこと言い出したな。
違くない。
違います。そういう話はマキさんにしてください。
Nuh-uh. The best counter
俺
argument.
にも全員家とのつながりはありませんよ。それに俺は
Ah, didn't know he was related to those three. I mean, part
いや、すみません。
group,
We do now.
those two of which he's one of, which makes three. That's what I'm trying to say.
間違ってるとかどうでもいいんです。ただ俺は自分の良心を信じてる。自分の良心に従って人を助ける。それを否定する。
Sound like these would be perfect to attack him.
呪い合うしかないですよね。
式神、
Ambush.
まだ残っていたのか。解除前の式神をおとりに使ったのか。
俺は呪力食うので単体でしか使えないんです。最近重複したばかりなので。万象。
I don't think the elephant's gonna fit in this room. Just gonna be honest.
So,
Oh, never mind. It's a perfect fit.
there's quite clearly the elephant in the room.
的が大きい。先手を取る。
Love the effect on that.
Yeah, so different art style.
Yeah, very water painting.
押し流された。広い場所はまずい。あれが来る。
I recognize he's winning and everything.
Uh-huh.
I'm just not really all that down for the Pokemon curse trainer thing.
At the same time, he seems like the most normal sorcerer archetype, I suppose.
That was the giant tree I was talking about. Just another show that spoils everything in the opening.
I can't believe that they were just gonna stand there unless ordered. That's hilarious.
I mean, it does seem like a horrible place to attack, given all the special rank people here.
カラスたちが何も見ていない。
グレートティーチャー5条の生徒たちが払ったって言いたいところだけど。
未登録の呪力でも札は赤く燃える。
外部の人間、侵入者ってことですか？
天元様の結界が機能してないってこと？
外部であろうと内部であろうと不測の事態に変わりあるまい。
It's all according to plan for him.
となるとそれなりの手だれ。何者だ。
I mean, we've got to think that Gojo could take on any of these people, right? Not these people in the room, I mean the people outside that are attacking.
Right, that's the theory.
So this is a room full of people that could take out those people.
一切承知。勝利を期待してますよ。
They're not worried at all, that's for sure.
ほらおじいちゃん、散歩の時間ですよ。昼ご飯はさっき食べたでしょ。
急ぎましょう。
Let's summon your bird back.
Oh.
Fly
Kids
away.
Can't fly him away.
何やってんな。でもな、呪霊はな、死んだら何も残んねえからな。何も作れねえよ。ねえ。これでいいんだっけ？ああ、そうだ、あれだ。
What are you up to?
God, I hope he's summoning a snake with 3 heads.
その汚れをみそぎ払え。
Orochimaru joke again.
おお、よしよし。楽しみだな、ハンガーラック。
Oh, is he inverting the barrier so the other guys can't get in?
Yeah, I think that's gotta be it. Man, it's a real shame that you completely destroyed Mekamaru.
五条帳を降りる前にあんただけ先行け。
I say, why isn't he already in? Isn't speed his thing?
実質あの帳はもう完成してる。視覚効果より術式効果を優先してあるみたいだ。うまいな。
It seems like he's running real slow just to keep up with them. Like he could have already been there.
He might actually be thinking about that.
なんだこの違和感。
ちょっとなんであんたが弾かれて私が入れんのよ。
なるほど。
It's the inverse of a trap.
先に行って。この帳、五条悟の侵入を拒む代わりに、その他すべてのものが出入り可能な結界だ。
確かにそれなら立ち引きの辻褄は合う。でも特定の個人のみに作用する結界なんてよほど。
よほど腕が立つ呪詛師がいる。
I guess it would be a stronger barrier against him
ある程度把握してるね。
instead of like
ほら、
being weaker against a lot of
何
people.
が目的か知らないけど、一人でも死んだ。
I guess Gojo is the scariest person on the field as far as we've seen so far, so keeping it out of things makes sense the most, right?
I mean, he's also the only one we've seen so far on their tier.
でこい呪いの気配。まさか特級クラスが来てるんじゃないでしょうね。
おいおいおい。おいおいおいおい。
Oh, well, they're getting their answers immediately.
五条悟いねえじゃん。
呪詛師
Or is this guy just a fuck up? And he meant it to only let Gojo in and got it backwards.
Oh, yeah, he got tricked. You're right. It is a fuck up.
待て待て、せめて女をやらせろ。ジジイのスカスカの骨とシワシワの側じゃ何も作れねえよ。
That better be a sniper rifle. Nope, rocket jar.
Well, not expected.
The show.
Yeah, it's a respectable looking old man. Would have expected like Kane or something.
Mm-hmm.
なぜ高専に呪霊がいる？帳も誰のものだ？
多分その呪霊と組んでる呪詛師のです。
Well, I mean, he's literally the first curse spear of the tier they usually killed. So, not particularly threatening. For Yuji, I mean.
How can you tell?
ツナマよ。そうですね。五条先生に連絡しましょう。
ちょっと待て。君は彼が何を言っているのかわかるのか？
今そんなことどうでもいいでしょ。
Yes, he has to communicate in words that don't mean anything to anyone else.
He
So he doesn't
used the
use his
phone
power.
symbol. Darn. He just hates kids and their phones.
仮払い。ダメージなしか。
That's why I qualified. No danger to Yuji. These people are still
さ
fucked.
すがに硬いな
Oh, they are totally doomed,
あの刀
as demonstrated.
I mean, still get to know that the word guy has a power over him.
やめなさい愚かなこらえ
なんだこれ音では何言ってんのかわかんねえのに意味は理解できる気持ち悪いな
私はただこの星を守りたいだけだ
呪いのたわごとだ耳を貸すな低級呪霊のそれとはレベルが違いますよ
森も海も空ももう我慢ならぬと泣いています
Oh, please be the first villain from One Punch Man.
He is the eco-terrorist. Or she, I guess.
彼らも知っていますしかしその慈愛がどれだけの足しになろうか
独自の言語体系を確立してるんだ
彼らはただ時間を欲している
犬巻を下がらせろ
時間さえあれば星はまた青く輝く人間のいない時間
It's my favorite Discovery Channel show.
賢者となりなさい
There you go.
Go figure they'd say the word the episode's named after the second before the episode ends.
I do love it though. It's like, hey, are you ready to fight nature's revenge itself? Yeah, good luck.
Like I said, I know a guy who beat that one with one punch.
I think a couple Captain Planet villains may have a couple of times too.
Well, no, that would be reverse, right? Because this guy would be Captain Planet in that thing.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well,
Or
yeah, Captain Planet
Gaia.
does
It would be
really-
Gaia, I think, in that metaphor. In which
Yeah,
case, I don't
yeah.
think Gaia's only been in one fight in that whole show.
Guy just exists to get dunked on a little bit.
Well, I think she only fights once, and that's like
Mhm.
like a two-parter.
Yeah. I'm not exactly up to my Captain Planet lore these days, unfortunately.
Well, it's been a long time, but
Why did that feel like the end of the song, but just really wasn't?
because we're expecting the two-part thing at the end of the episode.
Mhm.
The one thing with the characters, and then the one thing showing us what happens next time.
But I think the show is definitely doing a good job here, where, we always have the expectation that, the main characters, they're not gonna die. But we're pretty sure the others might.
ジュジュ散歩
ちょっとジョーゴくんまた花見の花壇燃やしたでしょ
Why are they hanging out at
花見
school?
泣いてんですけど
I think it's a play on
花見
Toto's dream from a couple episodes ago.
閉めちゃおうよ
A little bit.
私の彼氏の先輩がさマジこれだから
いやそこまでは
It's also interesting that the demon of man identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
I didn't get that from every other experience that they've had.
I'm sure they could technically pick anything they want.
これは焼き畑今までの土では養分が足りなかったと
I burned it down for you.
At least you gotta wonder if that's how it is, though.
They are both just outright forces of nature.
Right, but we've also seen that they've gone to play soccer together before, too. So it's like, is that really the relationship that they have?
I don't know. Like the end bits are like set up to just be funny skits, but at the same time, stuff is happening with characters and giving more context. Some part of it's got to be true, right?
I mean, I think they are sometimes, because remember there was the one before, like real early on, like episode 2 or 3, where Yuji and the girl and Megumi, I can't remember all the names off the top of my head, are going to go out and do something together, and one of them has a problem with their phone. And I think that gets referenced in a later episode.
So, if they are canon, these are things that are actually happening in the universe, why are they hanging out at school dressed up as school children?
So maybe it's a dream.
Maybe they're just all insane.
I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's a dream. Maybe it's just in the universe of Todo, with his dream sequence. This is where they are in the same dream. I don't know.
Oh, well, will we ever get answers for this? We don't know, but I know.
Hopefully in the
we're gonna
comment
have a cool
section.
ass battle next time.
Well, we also have some mystery to figure out, like why they want to keep Gojo out.
They did indicate previously they wanted to like separate out Gojo and like deal with him separately, because part of their goal is getting rid of him, isn't it?
Well, I just mean if the others are on the same tier as Gojo is, then why wouldn't they keep them all out?
Right. I guess the rest of the spirit crew just thinks that, hey, if everyone else is going to go inside to save the kids, maybe they'll try to gang up on Gojo 3-on-1.
Well, they're inside too.
Good point. Maybe they just want to kill everyone and it doesn't matter to them.
Well, I mean, they made it intentionally to keep Gojo out, though, so...
They could also just be being spiteful. Just literally raising the middle finger to Gojo.
That only makes sense for one of them, though.
I don't think I got many more answers on that one, though. But we also have the first instance of the voice powers being used, and apparently they are just as scary as the show has tried to pretend they were.
Yeah, no, he's Demiurge.
Yeah. He's Demiurge, and it works on the big villain right now, our nature spirit, so that's probably going to be the only way they survive.
Well, I mean, so far, anyway. I'm sure he's going to power out. She is going to power out of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, I'm ready to see this fight. Theta, you excited for anything right now? Or any thoughts?
Yeah, more Todo.
That's right. Todo's here. He's still conscious. He still probably wants to fight. Everything's just happened. He's going to be involved. He's got to be. So, here's looking forward to more Todo then. But for right now, let's go ahead and wrap up for the day. This has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin. That's Theta. And we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?